Hello dear students, as you know that in previous two lectures we had discussed about the topic from our human physiology unit named as body fluids and circulation. In previous two lectures we had already discussed about the term body fluid, which refers to the liquid present inside the body of a living organism, and the process by which this liquid used to keep moving is known as circulation. Now, then we had already discussed in previous lecture about the types of body fluids. Mainly they are considered of following two types: intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. 2/3 part of total body fluid is present inside the cells known as intracellular fluid, and 1/3 part is present outside the cell named as extracellular fluid. In the first lecture of this chapter we had discussed about the different forms of the extracellular fluid like cerebrospinal fluid, intraocular fluid, synovial fluid, serous fluid, digestive fluid and excretory fluid. These fluids help us to maintain the homeostasis, means they help in the process of thermo and osmoregulation. They help to maintain the transport of the substances, also help to maintain the texture of the tissue and regulate the metabolic activities of the cell. After that onwards, in second lecture we had discussed about the different types of circulation. If this fluid is moving inside the cell only, then it is known as intracellular circulation. Outside the cell, then extracellular circulation. Over there we had discussed the two different forms: outside the cell as well as outside the body, which is known as extraorganismic circulation. Outside the cell but inside the body, named as intraorganismic circulation. Now, in today's class we will discuss about the human circulatory system. Human circulatory system. Now, as we know that inside the human closed blood vascular system is present. So in human it is closed blood vascular system is present. The three important components of human circulatory system are, the component of it are blood vessels, blood, and a pumping organ, heart. So, the human circulatory system is a closed blood vascular system. Inside it there is a network of closed hollow tube-like structures named as blood vessels, in which a liquid blood is present, and to pump this liquid inside these vessels a pumping organ, heart, is present. So we will start to discuss with the blood vessels. Blood vessels are the network of are the network of closed hollow tubes, are the network of closed hollow tubes inside which blood used to keep moving. So, in our body, there is a network of closed hollow tube-like structures which are named as blood vessels, and inside these blood vessels, a liquid which is named as blood plasma is used to keep moving from one part to another part of our body. If we will discuss the histology of blood vessel, whenever we use the term histology, it refers to the microscopic study. So it is the microscopic of study of blood vessel. In histology of blood vessels, there are three layers. There are three layers named as tunica externa, also known as tunica adventitia. Second one is tunica media, and third layer is tunica interna. Now, the study related with blood vessel is known as angiology. Study of it is known as now. If we will see the microscopic study, then there are these three layers present inside the blood vessels. The outermost layer is tunica externa or adventitia. It is the outermost layer. It contains collagen fibers and elastic fibers inside it. These collagen fibers provides the strength to blood vessels. They provide strength to blood vessels because these collagen fibers are tensile in nature. So in tunica adventitia, collagen fibers are present. Now, the middle layer, it is the outermost layer. The middle layer is named as tunica media. In this layer, smooth muscle cells and elastic fibers are present. These smooth muscle cells help to change the diameter of blood vessels. They help to change the diameter of blood vessel. So in middle layer, smooth muscle cells are present, smooth muscle cells and elastic fibers are present. This is known as tunica media. The innermost layer is known as tunica interna. It is the innermost layer made up of the simple squamous epithelium known as endothelium. So this tunica interna is innermost layer made up of simple squamous epithelium known as endothelium, It helps in the exchange of substances between the blood plasma and interstitial fluid. So this interna help in the exchange of substances between plasma and tissue fluid. It helps in the exchange of substances between plasma and tissue fluid. Okay. So, a quick revision, we are discussing about the topic body fluid and circulation. It refers to the liquid present inside the body of a living organism and the process by which these liquids used to keep moving inside the body is known as circulation. We had already discussed the different form of body fluids: intracellular fluid, extracellular fluid, the forms of the extracellular fluid, interstitial fluid and plasma. Example of interstitial fluid: cerebrospinal fluid, intraocular fluid, serous fluid, synovial fluid, digestive fluid, excretory fluid, etc. These fluids help to maintain the homeostasis, osmoregulation and thermoregulation. They help in the transportation of the substances, maintain the texture of the tissue and also helps to maintain the regulate the metabolic activities of the cell. There are two main type of circulations: intracellular circulation and extracellular. The examples of extracellular circulations are extraorganismic circulations and intraorganismic, which we had discussed in previous lectures. In today's lecture, we had started to discuss about the human circulatory system. The three important components of human circulatory system are blood vessels, blood and heart. Inside our body, there is a network of closed hollow tubes in which blood used to keep moving, and this network of closed hollow tubes is named as blood vessels. The study related with the blood vessel is known as angiology. If we will do the microscopic study of the blood vessels, then we will see the three main layers. They are tunica externa or adventitia, tunica media and tunica interna. The outermost layer is known as tunica adventitia or externa, in which collagen fibers and elastic fibers are present, which provide the strength to the blood vessel. This strength is required to compensate the pressure created by the blood moving inside the blood vessel. Inside the tunica media, smooth muscle cells and elastic fibers are present, which help to change the diameter of blood vessel. The innermost layer is known as tunica interna. It is made up of the simple squamous epithelium named as endothelium, and with the help of it, we are able to exchange the substances between plasma and tissue fluid. Furthermore, if we will discuss about the types of blood vessels, then generally these blood vessels are mainly considered of three types. They are, blood vessels are mainly considered of following three types. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries, vein, and capillaries. Arteries are the vessels which carries blood away from the heart towards body organs, whereas veins are the vessels which carries blood towards the heart from body organ. So, if a vessel is carry the blood away from the heart, towards any body organ, head, limb, stomach, and so on, then it will be considered as artery. And if it is bringing back the blood from the organ towards the heart, then it will be considered as vein. Inside the artery, oxygenated blood is present except pulmonary artery, which carry deoxygenated blood towards the heart. Whereas in veins, deoxygenated blood is present. When we are using the term deoxygenated blood, means it contains more amount of CO2. Except pulmonary vein, which brings oxygenated blood from the lungs towards the left atrium of heart. In arteries, blood flow with high pressure because they are located near to the heart. They are carrying the blood away from the heart, so heart used to pump the blood inside the arteries with a large amount of pressure. So blood flows with increased pressure, whereas in veins, blood flows with comparatively less pressure. It becomes 10/0 mmHg, means in systolic phase there is 10 mmHg pressure, and in diastolic phase there is no pressure on the blood in veins. Now, since this blood is flowing with high pressure, So this blood also flows with jerks. This blood flows with jerks, whereas in veins this blood used to flow smoothly. Now, these arteries are deeply situated inside our body, whereas veins are superficially located in our body. Arteries are deeply situated in our body, whereas veins are superficially located. Artery becomes empty after death, whereas vein used to contain the blood inside them after death. Artery becomes empty after death, whereas veins contains blood inside them after death. Now, furthermore, the tunica media is thick inside the arteries. Tunica media is thick in arteries, whereas tunica media is thin in veins. Arteries do not contain valves inside them, whereas veins contain valves inside them to prevent the backflow of the blood backflow of blood. Now, if we will see in veins, there are valves used to be present which prevent the backflow of the blood. As we had already discussed that the pressure of the blood is less inside the vein and it becomes 10 by 0 mmHg, means there will be no pressure during the diastolic phase, so gravitational force can bring this blood in backward direction. To prevent the backflow of the blood, valves are present inside them. In older age, elasticity of these valves used to get decreased, which lead to the disorder if these valves do not work properly. If valves of vein do not work properly, then it lead to the condition, lead to disorder named as varicose veins. Varicose vein. Due to this thick tunica media, even after death, if we will cut the arteries, they will maintain their coiled tubular structure because their media is thick, inside which more smooth muscles and elastic fibers are present. So, In this lecture, we had mainly discussed about the blood vessels. Still, we need to discuss about the special type of blood vessels like arterial venous anastomosis, sinusoids, retia mirabilia. We will continue to discuss about the special type of blood vessels in our next lecture. In today's lecture, we had discussed about the histology of the blood vessels. There are three layers: tunica externa, media and interna. Externa outermost, made up of the collagen and elastic fiber. Media is made up of the smooth muscle cells and elastic fiber. Interna is the innermost layer, made up of the simple squamous epithelium named as endothelium, which help in the exchange of the substances. And then we had discussed about the main comparison of the arteries and vein. It's over for this lecture. Thank you.